How are you, Steve?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm having a great night. If you can't tell, I mean, we're just talking.
This
We're
does
talking
look
in the
pretty
chat. I'm having a ton of fun. Steve, introduce yourself to the chat. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Hi. Well, my name is Steve Winnick, and I'm a folklorist, and I work at the Library of Congress at the American Folklife Center.
Yeah, and what? So we had John Fenn was here a little bit, but he didn't really talk about what the American Folklife Center does. Can you go into more detail?
Sure. We're kind of the official folklore archive and study center of the U.S. government, so we were actually created by Congress and placed at the Library of Congress to preserve and present American folklife. So that's what we do. And we do it through an archive, which is huge. And our archive has been there since 1928, so it's not just since the Folklife Center was created. The archive has been there for a long time. And then, in fact, in the 70s, the government decided to move all of the recordings of Native American traditional speech and song into the archive. So we have stuff that goes back to 1890.
Wow.
And then everything, up to today. So we're getting digital recordings all the time. So that's the archive side, and then I'm on the programming side, and we do a concert series, a lecture series, a podcast, I've got a blog, and
That's
so
right.
that's mainly. I mainly do communication stuff. I was for many years the writer and editor technically, and now I've moved over to be a folklife specialist, which is what the government calls folklorists. But I mainly run the blog and the podcast, and in fact, John Fenn, who was here a little earlier, is my co-host and co-producer of the podcast.
Hey.
And both the blog and the podcast are called Folklife Today, so look for those on the Library of Congress website.
You got that link? Drop that link in chat, mod.
blogs.loc.gov/folklife.
There we go. Oh yeah. Drop it right in there. So easy. Other than the Folklore 88, what are you up to at AFS this weekend?
Well, I gave a paper today, which is on a humorous song which we have in our archive, which the song is called "You Be Damn," and it's about a dude who was visiting a town in California called You Be Damn, and people are asking him where he's been, and he keeps saying You Be Damn, and they think they think he's saying "you be damned," so which was a worse curse back then than it is now.
Sure.
And so he gets divorced and beaten up and all kinds of stuff because of the "you be damned" stuff. And what I found, interestingly, is that this is based on a 150-year tradition of "you be damned" jokes.
Whoa.
So the town of You Be Damned was founded in 1851. But even before that, when they were just damming the Ubi River to create the gold mine that became the basis of the town, they made the joke that this is a "you be damned" experiment. And so it goes all the way back to the first people trying to dam the river. So yeah, and there are numerous versions of this joke as a poem, as a song, all kinds of things. So I was sort of elucidating that long history. So that was my paper. And it was kind of weird because I chaired the Phillips Barry lecture, which is the invited lecture of the music and song section. I'm the co-convener of the music and song section. And so we have the Phillips Barry lecture every year. And this year our speaker, we had hoped to get him to come to Harrisburg back before we knew about like pandemic stuff, right? Because he's from Scotland, or he lives in Scotland now, but he's done most of his research on an English Christmas caroling tradition. And what he found out some years ago is that there's a tradition of people who emigrated from exactly that part of England that he studies to Glen Rock, Pennsylvania, which is about a half hour from here by car. And they set up the same caroling tradition in Glen Rock. So there's an offshoot of the caroling tradition that he has been doing fieldwork on in England for many years in Glen Rock, Pennsylvania. And so it's sort of like for the last 20 years he's been doing parallel research in both communities. And his name is Ian Russell. He's a great folklorist from the UK. In fact, he's an MBE for services to folklore. Yeah,
cool.
So he's quite a distinguished guest, and we were very happy to have him. But the weird thing I was saying was a little bit weird because since he would have had to come from Scotland and the whole pandemic, we did that part of the conference virtually. So he did the Phillips Barry lecture virtually. I chaired the Phillips Barry lecture session from my house in Tacoma Park, Maryland. And then I jumped in the car and drove here on the same day. So that was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And I alluded to it earlier, but tell people about your contribution to the reception the other night.
Oh, that's right. So,
Yeah.
so one of the things that I've been interested in for some time is the connections between folklore and mixology. You know, there's this common phrase, folklore and mythology, right?
I'm trying so hard not to cringe at you right now.
But folklore and mixology is, you know, it really is true that cocktail lore is a big thing.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
there's a lot of lore about cocktails, and in particular, what I discovered is that the word mixology was actually coined by a folklorist. So I was very interested in that, and I just went, you know,
That's pretty
I've
cool.
been doing some studies of cocktails, but also making cocktails and formulating my own cocktails.
Yeah.
And I post these on Facebook with a rotating cast of characters, including my partner Jennifer Cutting, who's an ethnomusicologist,
Yep.
and our cat, Figgy the archive cat, who hangs out with us, or Figgy the cocktail cat in
Yeah.
the cocktail cases. And he hangs out with us and
Wears
he
many hats.
Yeah, he supervises the shaking of the cocktails, and so I've been posting these on Facebook for some time, and so there are a lot of folklorists who know of my interest.
Yeah.
And Jessica Anderson Turner, the executive director of the American Folklore Society, a few days ago, like, you know, about maybe about 9 days ago, said, hey, you know, we were thinking about having a signature cocktail for this conference. Would you come up with it? And she specifically asked for Four Roses Bourbon because that company was founded in 1888, which is the same year that the American Folklore Society was founded. So I mixed that with apple brandy, which is a nice, actually, Pennsylvania product. There's a lot of good apple brandy from Pennsylvania, although the standard brand that most people use is actually from New Jersey, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, Laird's is first, yeah. So anyway, and then blend that with some apple cider and some bitters, some cardamom bitters, and that became the Folklore 88. And in the name of Folklore 88, I was actually, I was influenced by by the French 75, which is a famous cocktail.
Oh, it's so good.
But I was also influenced, and my director, Betsy Peterson, the director of the American Folklife Center, picked up on this immediately. I was influenced by Rocket 88, which is the song that many people consider to be the first rock and roll song. Jump Blues it's credited as being by Jackie Brenston, but it's really, the band was Ike Turner's band. Brenston was the singer, so yeah. Yeah, so it was the Folklore 88, and it's a very tasty cocktail, and everybody enjoyed it, I hope.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, and they gave it, they sort of poured everybody very generous doubles of this cocktail, and so we were all a little bit woozy by the end of the reception.
Yeah,
So,
it's great.
Yeah.
So I was taught by my high school history teacher, Mr. Collier, to always ask for forgiveness, never permission.
Yes.
Okay?
That does make sense.
So
sometimes.
Daisy and I have a confession to make.
Okay.
Me and Daisy and Lydia, who's in chat right now. So me and Daisy and Lydia presented a paper presentation at a George R. R. Martin convention.
Nice.
Okay? That was about the holiday festivals and traditions of like the Song of Ice and Fire universe and their real life equivalents. And when we got to the Northman's Spring Festival and we started talking about Green Man, without your permission we showed a picture of you as Green Man, but explain to the audience about Green Man.
All right. Well, so the Green Man is a character from English folk tradition and European folk tradition more broadly, but the word Green Man, because of it's in English, tends to be in the English tradition.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is that people refer to the Green Man as this face that's carved on churches. That's the referent that people know. But it actually was only applied to the carved face on churches in the 1930s.
Yeah.
And so then people discovered this fact, and so now there's a lot of people who think they're debunking the existence of the Green Man as a real folk tradition, and they say, no, this was only invented in the 1930s. But in fact, the phrase Green Man and the concept of the Green Man goes back at least to the 1500s.
Wow.
And it referred to a man entirely dressed in leaves who was a character in pageants and processions. And knowing about this tradition and being sort of steeped in this stuff, I fell in with a group of guys who dress as green men and march at the Maryland Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
And so I upped my game in terms of my costume when I started hanging out with them. And so now we've all got pretty awesome Green Man costumes. So the whatever you showed, I don't know. I have very different versions of it because sometimes I'm working for communities that are a little creeped out by the mask. So I do versions of the Green Man without a mask. So I don't know what picture you showed, but I've got mask pictures and pictures where my beard is just green.
That's one of the ones.
Yeah. So it's really fun, and and I've actually done some extensive studying of the tradition, and I'm working on getting. I wrote some stuff for my personal blog years ago, and I'm working on updating it and getting it ready for the Library of Congress blog.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of them moved over, but it'll be a while before I get all of them. Yeah.
We have a chat question?
All right.
Yeah, chat question. First of all, I have to say that fairy tellers is popping up. They love this so much.
Oh, the Fairy Tellers, they're popping up, the Fairy Tellers podcast, and they're going to be our guests this Tuesday on our
cool.
show. Yeah.
And Bubba Like Soda asks, hold up, where is it? Do you know who coined mixology? And did they relate it to folklore?
No. So, okay, yes, I do know.
Okay.
I should say.
Okay.
I know who coined the term,
Can you
term
repeat the
mixology.
question,
Yeah, so the
yeah.
question was whether, because I mentioned that the term mixology was coined by a folklorist, and technically that's not exactly accurate because the word that he coined was mixologist. But then that developed, that then, grammatically got changed into mixology for the practice of mixology. And his name was Charles Godfrey Leland, and he was quite an interesting folklorist, and he wasn't not everything that he wrote pans out in terms of accuracy.
Okay.
So that's one of the issues with him. But some of it really does, and some of the stuff that he found was really, really interesting. And he worked on folklore of various different countries. I guess probably his best known work is on Italian folklore, and in particular he wrote a book called Aradia, the Gospel of the Witches, which is the basis of some of modern neo-paganism. But it's also the best evidence that we have of the actual survival of an old tradition of some form of pagan worship in Europe. And you have to, he got his material from a practitioner, and so it's at second hand, but a lot of it pans out. And the real expert on this is my friend Sabina Magliocco, whom you should have on at some point. If you
We really
haven't.
should. No, we
Yeah.
want to play. We specifically want to play Fire Emblem with Sabina Magliocco.
Yeah.
We have a pitch for her.
Yeah, but in any case, it's a really interesting book, and Leland was a really interesting guy. But he also, in addition to being a folklorist, he wrote humor. So he was sort of like a Mark Twain figure.
Yeah.
And he wrote fiction, and it was in one of his humorous fiction pieces where he has a somewhat drunk guy approach the main character of many of his stories and tell him that the fellow downstairs sent me up here, the mixologist of tipulars, and that he meant the bartender.
Yeah.
And he also referred to the ingredients of cocktails as tipicular fixins. So these words, this noun tipular and this adjective tipicular did not unfortunately survive, but mixologist did and became mixology.
Yeah.
And that was the source of what we now call mixology. It didn't take long for it to catch on. So he published that item in about the late 1850s. And by the 1870s, people were talking about mixology. The other thing that's cool about Leland, so the very first cocktail guide or mixed drinks guide published in the United States was called Bartender's Guide, or the Bon Vivant's Companion. It was written by a guy named Jerry Thomas. And Jerry Thomas specifically credits Leland with one of the recipes in his book. So he actually, it's not a recipe that Leland invented, but it's a recipe that Leland conveyed to him
Sure.
from an old tradition of punch making in Philadelphia. Yeah. So Leland. So there's all these great connections between folklore and cocktails. The other sort of classic connection is that the initial definition of a cocktail, what made it different from other mixed drinks, was the inclusion of bitters. And the first bitters that were put in cocktails were probably a thing called Stoughton's elixir, which was actually folk medicine originally.
Yeah.
So folk medicine is actually a component of the original cocktail,
Sure.
as it were. Yeah. So that's kind of cool too. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
there's all these connections. Yeah.
We have a question from the audience. Audience, you have a question?
Steve, stop making every other folklorist look bad.
That's not a question, Lynn. That was a command that was in the imperative.
It's a request. It was a request.
Does anyone have a non-request? It has to end in a question mark.
Steve Winnick, you can go out for a wild night of drinking on the town with 2 folklorists, one living, one dead. Who do you pick?
Ooh, one living, one dead.
Wow.
Who
the
are you
one-
going out on the town with?
The one living one. Well, of course, Lynne, right?
Lynn is the living folklorist.
Andrea,
Lynn, the living folklorist McNeill.
you're the dead one.
I'm sorry. She gave me crap, so I had to.
That is fair.
I mean, I could go sentimental, and the dead folklorist that I would go with would be Kenny Goldstein, my mentor, who passed away in 1995, I believe.
Yeah.
Damn, that's the year I was born, my dude.
Oh my goodness.
Let them be baby. Let
should not
them
have
be
said
baby.
She should not have said that. I was telling Lynne and Andrea just before I came and sat down here that I just figured out that this is my 30th AFS meeting.
Ooh.
Because my
30s in chat. 30s in chat, people.
my first was 1991, and I missed one.
Sure.
Because we were in Anchorage one year and I couldn't get my stuff together to actually
Yeah,
go
yeah,
that
yeah,
far. So that's 30. This is the 30th AFS meeting that I've attended, which is crazy. Because I don't feel as old as I am, obviously. But what can you do?
You're quite spry.
When someone's calling you spry, that means you're old. You know.
Disagree. I am surprised that it's been 30.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it is true. It's weird.
You have a podcast and a blog. Like, come on.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like,
And
I'm on Facebook,
And-
so let's face that.
But you just basically, your cocktail basically won an award for posting. Like, yeah, you got some life in you.
Awesome.
It got me tanked.
It
Well,
was
that's-
great.
well, so one
that
of
was
the-
the idea.
One of the funny things about that is I gave them, the amount of each thing that should be in the cocktail, right? So I gave them specific 1 ounce of this, 1.5 ounce of this. Yeah. So and the thing is,
Explain.
but the idea was always that they would batch it up. They would make a whole batch, right? And then the thing is, they didn't like measure out the amount that they gave you. So they gave you like 3 times what the actual cocktail was. So that's the reason it was so powerful.
Here was the cocktail we were supposed to have: 1 ounce of bourbon whiskey,
Right.
1 ounce of apple brandy, 1.5 ounces
Of apple cider, that was it,
and
yeah.
then bitters.
Right.
What you got was half a bottle of Four Roses,
Yes.
half a bottle of brandy,
Yes.
maybe a quarter gallon of cider,
Quarter.
But it wasn't bad.
and
It's called a quart.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out good.
It came out great.
Yeah.
no, and the bartender let me try it. She was like,
Uh-huh.
"Tell me what you think." And I was like, "You're gonna have a bunch of drunk folklorists."
Yeah.
And it worked.
As soon as I saw you guys, I trusted you. I trusted the bartender. I was like, this is going to work out. So,
Well, hey, everyone, give Steve a hearty GG. Drop some ladders in chat. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. This was fun.
Joe's
Joe, come up.
Right.
All right, our next guest has been in our live audience this whole time.
Yes.
Literally the entire time.
Can't stop.
She's been hooting and hollering. Were you planning on watching this the whole time?
Yep.
Oh wait, really?
I drove here
Yeah.
to watch Folkwise live. That's what I came.
No, you didn't.
Yes. Look at my eyes. Palazeulos.
Our system is broken down this late into the night.
You can just make it up. It's cool. I'll be.
I got you, Krukowski, right?
Yeah, that's good. I'll take it.
Palazeulos-Krukowski, is that?
Yeah, look at you.
Officially say that at the mic. Introduce yourself to chat.
Oh, Hi. My name is Jo Palazeulos-Krukowski. I am a theater candidate at the University of California, Santa Barbara.
Oh, quite.
And go Gauchos!
Gauchos! No, go, Andele Mapache.
I literally just explained that I adopted her and that's why she's here.
Aww.
Andrea Kitta is my hero. Can I just say?
Hey, yeah, ladders for Andrea Kitta in the
A
chat.
million
people.
ladders for Andrea Kitta.
So, that is, what you were getting at is, you are here at AFS last minute, right?
Yes, I couldn't resist the pull of the folklore. So I found myself helplessly carried to Harrisburg.
Yeah. And am I allowed to say your roommate situation?
My roommate situation.
Yeah.
You're allowed.
Okay. And Shirley had a spare bed, and this is now wonderful engineer Shirley's roommate for the
I'm
weekend.
so thrilled.
Yes.
We're going to have a lovely evening together.
Chrissy says hey.
We're going to have a seance, and you're all invited.
Oh God, I'm too Catholic for that.
Probably a good call.
All right, so I was on your panel on Wednesday.
Yes.
Let's talk about your panel.
It was more than a panel. I think it was like a life-changing experience for
Oh my
everyone
God.
involved.
I got smallpox. I
You
contracted
got
smallpox.
smallpox. Smallpox is really awful, guys. I don't know, Dom
Your
was
voice
wonderful.
drops an octave. It gets all
My
raspy.
voice, yeah. Dom was a wonderful actor, one of a number of incredible actors in a staged reading on Zoom that we had on Wednesday from Australian horror radio plays. And one of them features a revenant who has smallpox and a woman who falls in love with the ghost. He gives her smallpox, and that man is Dom Tartaglia.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, so handsome. Even with smallpox, the handsomest
Even with
man
smallpox.
in Harrisburg
And
right
a
now.
face obscuring like 3/4 of my face. Or
I
a
want that.
mask.
Am I going to get that mask back?
Oh yeah, it's
I'd
in my,
like wear it right now.
Oh, it's in my
Is it-
Airbnb.
It's the Airbnb. I can't wear it right now.
No.
I'm sad.
You can wear what do I have there?
A million tears.
HDMI cord.
HDMI cord.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'd wear it.
Okay.
Like a,
So how did you get into Australian horror radio?
How did I get into Australian horror radio? So I started off studying ghost performance. I'm really interested in ghosts. I think they're super cool. It's why me and Andrea are friends. Yeah, and I think they're great. And I was really interested in cross-cultural ghosts. And I spent a lot of time in Seoul, South Korea, doing a lot of theater.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And randomly one summer, I found a super cheap flight to Australia for $500.
Oh, yeah.
Super cheap, round trip. And I was like, I cannot turn this up. So I just went, and I had become interested in radio because nobody talks about horror radio. Everybody cares about like horror film,
Anthology TV,
anthologies,
yeah.
Gothic literature. That's all cool. No one cares about horror radio.
Yeah.
So there's only been 2 volumes written about horror radio. It's written by Richard J. Hand, very cool guy, and he's written on British and American horror radio. But no one's touched Australia. Anyway, so I was in Australia. It was in Melbourne. I had some free time, and I decided to stop by the archives at the National Film and Sound Archive.
Yeah.
There. Walked in. I was like, hey, do you guys have any horror radio about ghosts? And they were like, and it was like 70 years worth of material. Like, yeah, nobody's ever looked at these. And I was like, cool, my dissertation lives here. And yeah, so I just stole all of the plays, and I was like, I don't just want this to be a research project. I want it to move into creative fields because I feel like it's, just diversify the way you're sharing knowledge with the public. So I was like, I want to stage these radio plays to the stage, to the physical stage, and like, what kind of adjustments do you have to do? How do you play with sound the way that radio script writers have played with sound to create space? There's cool tricks you can do that you can only do on the radio. How can you make them work on stage? So that's what I'm working on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Where do I go next? So much I want to talk about. You know what?
I wanna get Halloween by Jim Seaver.
Oh, let me ask one more, and then Chad, if you have a chat question, it'll go next, and then we'll wrap up with Halloween by Jim. But okay, so how many AFSs have you been to?
2017 was my first.
That's Minneapolis?
Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah. So then Buffalo, Baltimore, the virtual realm, and now here.
So what is
5 years
your
in a row.
all-time favorite AFS memory?
Oh my God!
I'm gonna
I
make you
knew
do it.
you'd ask
I'm gonna make
this.
you- I'm
Look,
asking everyone.
Every waking moment here is
Oh.
a beautiful memory.
Oh.
I will say, like, I come from the theater discipline,
Mm-hmm.
and theater researchers they're very hoity-toity, and I love folklorists because they are so chill, man. Like, folklorists are the coolest.
She's talking about you people.
You know? So I just love coming to this conference every single year. I never miss it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Question in chat? What's chat saying?
Anything?
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
The fairy tale is commenting. You have someone there who studies exorcism, so I think you are good.
Yes,
Yes.
not only does William study exorcism, he is also at the University of California, Santa Barbara, and we are fast friends. So yes, thank you for the connection.
And then a silent purple moon gave a ladder in chat for Joe, PK, and Andrea.
Yay!
Yeah.
What does getting a GG mean?
Good game.
Good game.
Which makes a lot more sense on everything else that airs on Twitch.
Okay.
But we have adopted it for our
Or in
folklore
our
show.
chat, it could also mean good
It
girl.
could also mean garlic because we do talk a lot about vampires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question for the chat. Can people recommend me good ghost video games? Because I just finished Night in the Woods on Switch.
Yeah,
and
Night
that
in the
game
Woods.
is awesome.
Ghosts and Goblins, OG Nintendo.
Oh, there's a new one
Ghost
too.
Goblins,
There's a new one
okay.
too.
No, stop
That
it.
is so hard.
Don't yuck my yum. You use the cheat code.
My favorite ghost game is probably Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem.
Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. What
Yeah.
was it? What system was it on?
GameCube.
GameCube. I have one.
You have one?
Hell yeah, I have a GameCube.
This game, the ghosts like mess with your head and it like breaks the fourth wall, and I think you'd love it.
What?
Like it's kind of like I think it's kind of inspired by like the Lovecraft board games and everything, where you
Okay.
have a health meter and a sanity meter.
Yeah.
And as your health meter goes down, you die. When your sanity meter goes down, you the
see more
player are affected. So like kind of middling sanity, like the statues will like follow you, they'll like look at you as you pass. Like if you like beat a boss with max sanity, they will like replicate the static bar as your TV turns off, or it'll say like insert disc 2 even though there's one disc, or it'll be like you'll get your head cut off and pick it up and it'll be in your inventory as human head, you know? So that's probably my ghost game.
I need that game.
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. That was my.
I can't, you know what?
That
You know
was
what?
my-
Can I get a spicy take? I don't need Luigi. I don't like Luigi.
What? Why don't you like Luigi? What's your problem?
I'm a
with Luigi?
Wario guy, that's why.
No.
Wow.
Wow. No. Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, sorry. What's that, Shirley?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. Oh, we play
Phasmophobia.
We play Phasmophobia on the show. You should come on and play Phasmophobia with us.
I want to come to play Phasmophobia.
Yeah, Jen Siegel. You know Jen Siegel?
Yes.
Yeah, State Folklore, Arkansas.
Yes.
She plays Phasmophobia with us. Actually, our alert that airs when we get rated or hosted by another channel is Daisy playing Phasmophobia, and it's just them like screaming their lungs out and crying. It's just
I love it. I love it.
Phasmophobia is a great go. It was supposed to be a Zach Baggins game, and then he dropped out of it. But it's made by an Australian game design company too.
Australian game design is incredible. Can
Yeah.
I just say, fantastic.
All
They
right,
also-
you're coming on to play Phasma.
play Phasmophobia.
Daisy, she's playing Phasmophobia with us,
I
okay?
want to get Phased.
Not a lot.
Daisy's so scared of that
I
game.
like
Also,
screams.
Andrea says you're canceled though.
I'm canceled for not liking Luigi.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that you're definitely canceled.
You say Australian game design in an Australian accent.
No.
I can't famously.
Australian game
people,
design.
people who know the show know that every time I try to do an Australian accent, it becomes New Zealand.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah.
But I can say, I didn't hear. Do you guys know I didn't come here to F spiders? Do you
Yeah.
know that Australians say that?
Yeah.
If they say.
You can cuss. You can cuss.
Well, I'm a lady, Dom.
You can cuss.
I didn't come here to fuck spiders.
Yeah!
Am I gonna get Halloween or what?
Halloween, Jim. Diamond Jim Seaver coming back.
I want
What did
some
Kim call you? Jim Sheaver? Sheaver?
Jim Sheaver.
Jim Sheaver.
Okay.
Jim
Yes,
Shiva.
please take your mask off as you approach me.
Okay.
Love it. Yes.
I left out one of the questions the last time I did this, so we're gonna start with that one. How old is too old to go trick-or-treating?
14.
Ooh.
Why? Explain your answer.
Up to 13, you're cool. I don't know. It just puberty. I don't know. Puberty. After puberty, you don't
If you
need
got
candy
peach
anymore.
fuzz, you're too old?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I had
fuzz.
peach fuzz at 11.
Well, you should
Then that was
out,
it.
Dom.
That was it, Dom.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the best Halloween candy?
Snickers and 100 grams. Full Snickers. The full Snickers.
Okay, yes, because if they were truly fun size, they'd be the size of a football.
That's right.
That would be fun.
What is the worst Halloween candy?
We were discussing this earlier. Smarties
Yeah.
are one, and Mike and Ike's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mike and Ike's.
It's
Nobody
like
wants
taking a pill.
Mike and
It's like
Ike's.
taking a
No,
pill.
it's like I don't need vitamins right now.
What is your best or most memorable costume?
Oh man. Okay, I'm obsessed with the movie Clue.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
I will beat you on that.
No,
Flames.
because I know every word to that movie. Let us do this.
Hated her.
Can we
So
much flames
Flames.
flames on the side of my face, heaving heaving breaths. Oh my God.
That was a moment.
So good.
What did we just?
Okay, can next year? Can
What
we do a
emergent
live
culture
staging
just happened
of
at the dog
entire
pound over
Clue
there?
Script? Live stage of the entire.
All
Clue
three
script.
endings?
I'll
All
cast
three
it.
endings?
All three endings.
All
of
three
course.
endings.
It is okay. This is happening.
No, we talked about this 10 years ago at AFS, doing this with the Princess Bride.
Okay.
Rocky Horror Picture Style.
Yeah.
Movie going in the background and people in the front.
This is what we're doing. Okay, that's all set.
Okay, Jim, focus.
Jim.
Wait, let me finish. So I was Yvette for my 7th grade Halloween costume. It's not really appropriate. She was the French maid. I
Yeah.
don't know how my parents let me out of the house. But yeah, I did win a Halloween costume contest. What?
What
I'm
did-
too scared. Yeah, no, she's scared. No, what is it? Oh my God. I am frightened, monsieur. That's what she says. I am frightened, monsieur. I also drank the cognac. That's what she says.
We will go together.
We will go together. Yeah. And then she like drops the French accent. She's like, my old boss is here. And then then you'll find out what happens next at AFS next
Can
year.
I get the singing telegram?
Yes,
and Clue
please be the singing
cosplay?
telegram girl. Yes.
Jane Wyman from the
The
Go-Go's.
singing
Jim.
telegram.
Yes.
Oh
Jim,
my
questions.
God.
Oh,
Halloween
Halloween.
questions.
Candy corn and yellow starburst. What are your thoughts?
Delicious.
Both?
Yes.
What?
I love them both.
Okay.
Is it a
Let's
competition?
go.
Do I have to say
No,
what I like
you don't
better?
have to choose. I just like people have strong
The
feelings.
worst Starbucks. The worst Starburst flavor is orange. Obviously orange. No? Controversial? Not controversial?
Cherry.
Red.
Lemon
Yeah,
cherry.
red.
It goes pink, red, orange, yellow.
Not to go candy hipster here, but have you all ever had Irish Starburst? Jesse Fivecoat enlightened me about this. They are the best Starburst you will ever
Why
have.
are they so good?
Irish Starburst. First of all, let's
Because
start
they're
off by
free from
saying a
England?
family-sized bag of Irish Starburst is called a single serving in America. Because, like, I got the family-sized bag when I was in Dublin a few years ago. And it's literally like that big. But they had lime, strawberry, blackcurrant.
Blackcurrant.
and-
Nice.
Oh, what was the other?
Jesse Fivecoat in the audience.
They're magical. They're all naturally flavored. Anyway, okay.
Are they-
Halloween.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Favorite scary movie, I will say, definitely, it changes all the time, but the first scary movie that I really hit me in my heart was What Lies Beneath, starring Michelle Pfeiffer and
Ooh,
Harrison
yeah,
Ford.
yeah.
I think it was what got me into ghosts. Well, no, that's not true at all. But
That was a good movie.
really strong film.
Yeah.
Strong film.
The
Holds
bathtub-
up.
the bathtub.
Chad, drop a ladder for Jim.
Okay, and final question. Stir the shit. Pick 2 people in this room. Who's the last one standing in a zombie apocalypse and who's the first to die?
Last one standing, first to die. And Maddie took all the diplomatic answers.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so there's
Me
no
and
one
Chad,
left.
yeah.
No. I think Dom would be the first to die because he looks so delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spin that around.
Flattered.
And to thank Andrea Kitta for taking me under her wing, completely blindly on an email because I'd missed her panel and I was devastated. I was like, Professor Kitta, I'm devastated I missed your panel. She was like, come to lunch. So
Nice.
her generosity would keep her alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Unless we have another. Do we have a chat question for Joe?
I'm happy to cede my spot.
But other than the seat, I think all questions have been waived. Yeah, no,
Alright.
I think we're good.
All right, chat. Give it. You know what? I'm gonna say not ladders. If you've got the garlic emote, drop some garlic to ward off the vampires that are coming for
For
Joe in the
us.
night.
It's
Yeah.
true.
All
And
right.
Shirley.
And
To
Shirley.
share a room.
Yes.
Last minute
Last minute question.
From new guy neighbor.
Neighbor, what's up, buddy?
Prometheus origin story, question mark, question mark.
Oh, do you like Prometheus? He loves this movie and is always asking if people like it.
I've never even seen it.
All right, there you go. That should tell you something, new guy. All right, chat and everyone in the audience, give it up for Joe. He's been doing that. He's been doing that all night.
So good.
Hey,
What?
I gotta come in for a second.
Hi, Daisy.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I'm coordinating people, and I want to let you know that
What time is it?
it's 1. No, it's not. 12:38.
Okay.
I just want to let you know that the dynamic duo is coming on next.
Who's that?
Who do you think?
They're interviewing each other?
Yes.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
Can we do soul players? Can I be down?
Yeah.
I'm going under the table.
Under the table. She's small. She can do that. Oh, there's a little tiny Mothman.
Can I channel Dom? I don't know how.
Yeah, this is dangerous. I can't believe they're letting us do
I'm not
this.
cool enough.
Do you remember when they let us on encounters?
Please, what?
Remember when they let us on encounters?
Yeah.
And then they had to
first
name
time.
they had to name
yeah.
they had to name it the
Like
one about everything.
The one about everything. Yeah.
Because it was the one about everything.
All right. Are we good to go here?
Okay.
Okay. I'm sitting here with fabulous folklorist Andrea Kitta. Andrea, introduce yourself to us and tell us how you became a folklorist.
Well, Dr. McNeill. It's hard to keep a straight
Okay,
face.
go,
It's
go,
hard. Okay,
go,
okay,
go.
I'm going.
This table is wet.
Oh, why is that table wet?
Dom is
That
sweaty.
was Dom. Dom made the table wet.
Just sweating on
wet.
the.
My beer.
Oh, okay, that's more acceptable. Okay, so I became a folklorist. There's a lot of reasons. I think one of them, though, is our shared love of Ghostbusters.
It's true.
We should talk about that.
We should.
It is also because I watched Poltergeist like 50 billion times as a small child. And I was a history major, and I liked the parts of history that nobody else liked. And I was like, what about all the other people? And that's part of it too.
Well done.
Yeah.
What about all the other people?
What about all the other people?
That's
Yeah.
our entire discipline.
What about all the other people?
Yep.
Hashtag folklore.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
What else do I ask people in this context?
Yeah.
Normally, so the questions I've been asking everybody are like, why are you at AFS this year?
Yeah. I've got a good one.
Okay, okay.
What was your first AFS?
Shit. What was my first AFS? This is a good question. I feel like it was. I don't remember my first AFS.
Oh my God.
I remember it, but I don't remember where it was.
I think mine was 2000.
Yeah. Mine was
Yeah.
probably 2002, maybe? Because I didn't go 2001.
Nobody
because
did.
No
like
one did.
10 people went, and
Yeah.
it was in Alaska, and they all drank moose stew, or they ate it. They probably drank it too.
They did shots.
Yeah,
Of moose
but
stew.
it was like the best AFS ever. They all
And we all
reported.
missed it.
and we
Yeah.
all missed it
Yeah.
because of
But
September
you know what
11th.
this is going to be? This is going to be the best AFS ever that
This
everyone
is
missed.
the next Alaska.
This is the yeah.
This meeting is the other September 11th
Harrisburg,
meeting.
the other Alaska.
The other Alaska.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we're calling it.
Yeah.
Yep. I like it.
100%, yeah.
And so what brings you to this fine AFS in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania?
I missed people, and I was talking to like you
Yeah.
online,
Yeah.
like literally every day.
Every day.
of the pandemic.
Every single day, Dr. Andrea Kitta and Dr. Ian Brody and myself, Dr. Lynne McNeill, have this excessive Marco Polo thread where
Yes.
we are in a constant state of communication
constant.
24/7. Like my phone goes off in mountain time at like 4:30 a.m. when
Yeah.
those two start talking.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
me and Dom since we started doing it.
Yeah.
See, so
Yeah,
you get
it's
it.
nonstop. It's nonstop.
You get it.
But you know which one I'm going to share someday?
Yeah.
There is one Marco Polo from that whole time period that I will share because most of them are embarrassing. Like, remember the time I tried to curl my hair and I started screaming and crying? That was a good one.
This is the level of discourse that we've achieved. Is we're literally like,
It was when I was
like it's like morning toothbrushing, and it's the three of us.
I
Like,
was like, guys,
sharing that.
I got in this brand new hair curler, and it like sucks your hair in, and it's like, guys, I'm gonna do it with you on.
Oh my
and then
God,
I put it
it's
into my hair.
so
And
bad.
I was like, ah! Ah! I started like crying. And I need to find that marker. And then I remember at one point I was like, this is scary. But that's not the one I'm gonna share.
Okay.
The one I'm gonna share is when I got my vaccine.
I saved that video.
I did too.
I have it on my
I
phone.
did too.
You guys, Andrea, suddenly Marco Polo's like full tone shift, and she is like crying and is just like astonished, and she's just like, you guys, it happened. It was one of those like early on when you couldn't get them, but they were having these leftovers, and it was
Yeah.
just word of mouth, and someone would be like, show up here at this place at this time,
Yeah.
and you'd get a vaccine, and it was just, I remember your reaction encapsulated how
Yeah, I was
emotional.
I was crying.
whole thing
like,
is
I was trying to be
for- yeah.
cool, and I was not cool. I
No.
was not cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I
That's a
straight
good
up
one.
started crying,
Yeah.
so I was so excited. And I think you got your vaccine like 2 days later.
I did,
though, weirdly.
yeah.
It was
In a
crazy.
similar
Which is like,
circumstance.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but someday
Strange.
I'm gonna like turn that into like the American
Yeah.
Folklore archives, and that's gonna be like, you know, because I'm the pandemic person.
I'm wearing a name tag. You guys didn't tell me.
Yeah, I'm too.
Oh.
What?
Are we,
Everyone's wearing
are
a
we
name
supposed
tag.
to?
No, it's a
I thought we were supposed to take it off.
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
conference, Lynne.
I thought I was
Conference.
being not cool.
Your names are underneath your
No,
Oh, okay.
no. So, Dr. Lynne McNeill, why are you at this conference?
I'm at this conference because my department gave me funding to
there's
come,
that. Yeah.
even though my presentations were virtual on Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
I just didn't, thank you. I just didn't mention that when I applied for funding. I was like, no, I have to be in Harrisburg.
Nice.
Yes, thank
Do
you,
you,
Jim.
do you remember the year that AFS created the Andrea Kitta rule?
Oh, that you can't present on that you can't do more than 3 things at any given AFS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is.
TJ.
Yeah. Well, TJ doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
also
that's-
though, I've broken the Andrea Kitta rule every year
Oh,
since
yeah.
the Andrea Kitta rule.
No, it's just
So-
like AFS gives you an exemption. You're just like, hey, you guys said I can't do this, but can I do this? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
I like put in one thing, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do this one thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else with AFS,
Yeah.
guys. Like, I'm just gonna do this one thing.
Yeah.
And then like 2 more things show up.
Well, because
and then
people
I'm like doing
invite
3
you
things. Yeah.
to
yeah,
do other things,
yeah.
and you're like, I can't say no.
I can't say no to those things. I did say no to one thing. I was supposed to do 4 things, and then I was like, no.
Yeah.
Too many things.
Yeah. So I'm entirely just here to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here to hang out.
Andrea Kitta is the FDR of AFS.
The FDR.
Hell
of
yeah.
AFS.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. Can we? Can you?
Hates the gold standard.
Oh my God. It's like a banking joke. He's making banking jokes. I feel like.
Who makes
Yeah.
banking jokes? Like,
Who do I score?
who does?
Yeah. Well,
I have a question.
no.
Yes.
If we do, not if, but when we do the Clue
Yes.
stage reading,
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah,
this
yeah.
happens.
who are you playing?
Oh, absolutely, Mrs. Peacock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Eileen Brennan. Like
Mm.
every line she delivers in that film makes me fall over with adoration for her.
No,
I mean,
fair,
or-
fair.
or Wadsworth. I mean, how could you not? Like as a child, because I was really young when this movie came out, I was madly in love with Tim Curry.
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
madly in love with him as
Who wasn't?
Wadsworth.
Who wasn't? Yeah.
Specifically
Okay, so I
as
was
Wadsworth.
madly in love with him as like Dr. Frankenfurter. I feel like says a lot about us,
That's fair,
and
yeah.
and here we are. Yeah.
What movie do you know Tim Curry from?
You know-
That tells you
That's
a
Rocky
lot.
Horror.
That does.
Rocky
I
Horror.
was madly in love with him as Nigel Thornberry.
Oh,
Fair,
Literally
fair.
about to say that.
nice.
Fair, yeah. Fair.
Very good. Nigel Thornberry.
Guys.
Fair.
You guys,
Oh,
Tim Curry is like the
also,
multi-generational.
Tim Curry when he was the devil thing. What was that?
Legend.
Legend.
Oh,
Legend.
Yeah.
That is also where I
Legend.
know Tim Curry from as
Man.
a small child. So
Tim
yeah.
Curry.
Tim
Who
Curry,
was
man.
Martin Mull's character? Because that's what I was.
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
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 Awesome. You can
Yeah.
be Colonel Mustard.
Oh.
We're fighting
That's-
over it back here right
That's-
now.
okay.
I just want to slap somebody and go, I had to stop.
Her screaming. Yes, thank you.
Nice.
No,
nice.
that will be me you slap as
Oh.
Mrs. P.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
It'll be a fake.
It has to be done.
It has to be done. Okay. Well, what if we do the Princess Bride? Because that was talked about earlier.
Clue, clue, clue.
Oh, we could do one
Who
and
was
then
the
the
Princess
other.
Bride?
The Princess Bride was
Who are you?
was I was gonna be Wesley.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense.
I spent a long time wanting to be
Wesley, yeah.
Yeah, and sort of Carrie Elways as a kid.
I mean,
you know?
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like when I was little, I wanted to be Peter Venkman and told my parents to call me Peter. And they did, gamely, because they were supportive,
say that again
loving
so
parents
Dom
like that.
can hear it. I hear that.
Yeah.
When I
yeah.
was little, Dom, I told my parents that they had to start calling me Peter Venkman. And they did, because they were kind parents, so they called me Peter.
Do you know who my
yeah.
favorite was, though?
Egon.
It was. How did you know
I just
that?
knew, because
You just know,
I know
'cause you know
you,
me.
and it's obviously Egon.
It's obviously Egon,
Yeah.
yeah.
Of
Yes.
course.
yeah,
Yes.
of course I do.
Exactly.
And then,
That's
of course,
it.
when Kate McKinnon,
Oh.
I wanted to be Kate McKinnon.
Well,
because, like, who doesn't
we
want to be
all
Kate
wanna
McKinnon?
be Kate
yeah,
McKinnon.
right? I actually
Yeah.
thought about trying to do that haircut, but I don't think I could pull it off.
I think you should do it.
I don't think I can pull it off.
I think the
We should
pandemic's
ask the
going to
chat.
be just long. The chat needs to tell us,
Chat.
should Andrea Kitta adopt, I just forgot her name. We
Kate
were just saying
McKinnon's
Kate
hair.
McKinnon's hair from the new Ghostbusters.
The yeah.
Obvious answer is yes.
I don't think I can pull it off.
I
I don't know.
It's hair. It grows back, guys.
It does grow back.
What other questions are, Dom, I feel I'm failing. Are we succeeding at being you?
No, this is the. I just. All right. I just want to say that. I just want to say that you were studying all night. You were backing up.
Yeah, we watched.
Not all night, but like
We're stealing.
For like,
Yeah.
at least like an hour and a half.
Maybe.
I don't think
And
so.
you have,
Let's just say yes.
You've
Okay,
really
sure.
figured out. You've really figured out how
Okay.
this works.
It's true.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
can't wait for the two of you to start a Twitch show.
Can there be like a dramatic lean-in? I feel
wait,
like you
wait,
were doing
wait.
some dramatic
Oh,
lean-ins.
dramatic
Am I,
lean-ins.
am I
Okay, wait,
talking
wait.
over here or
Wait,
am I
Lynne,
talking over
Lynne,
here?
dramatic lean-in.
Not over here.
Dramatically in favorite AFS moment.
What's your favorite AFS memory?
Oh my God, there are so many. One of them.
Good.
So the Croning used to be scarier, and
Yeah.
they used to kidnap people.
They did.
And like
Yeah.
people would hide
Yeah.
from
yeah,
the
they did.
Croning. And you would be like, and like, I think the hotels were like, you can't do this anymore. But there were some early Cronings that were absolutely amazing. Well, early
Yeah,
to
there
me.
were.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was going on before I
Oh, yeah.
knew about it or anything, but just watching
Someday
it was
we're
awesome.
gonna be Croned, though.
Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite AFS stories.
Yes.
You were there.
I
We
was-
are
I was
Cronettes
on
right
it,
now.
yeah.
So this was in Minneapolis of the famed Kay Turner, the police got called twice,
That's
Prince
my
Party.
favorite AFS story.
I know. But no, this is not that story. So we had purchased a box of white wine from Target, one of the Target
Yes,
wine
we
cubes.
had.
And
We
we were
had.
like, kind of like tonight with the bourbon, we're like,
yeah.
we're going to carry this box of wine and a stack of cup around, and we're going to like serve it to people.
Yeah.
And there were all these like people were gathering in like the lobby or something of the hotel, and we're just serving wine. And the hotel was just like, you can't
You can't do that.
do that.
Yeah,
And
they
we
were
were
like-
just like, well, I mean, there wasn't something else going on that we were going to
There
do
was
instead.
no
It was-
bar open.
Yeah,
So
there was.
what were
So
our
we were sort of like,
options?
what are we going to do?
What
And so
were
it
our
was
options?
Andrea and I and Simon Bronner and Wolfgang Meter.
Yes!
And we're sitting there and we're all drinking wine, and this angry hotel employee comes marching over and stands over us and reaches down and plucks the glass of white wine out of Wolfgang Meter's hand and throws it in the trash. And all of us around the table were like,
Weird.
like, like it was just like.
Who takes wine from Simon?
Like Wolfgang Meter, like the
Who takes wine from him?
and he's like
You
the
can't.
preeminent
You can't.
paramiologist of our
Yes.
time.
He is.
It's a real word. It
He
means
is.
proverb
It's
scholar.
a real word.
But
It's a
like
real
you
word.
can't just throw his wine away. But
throw
his
his wine
face,
away?
Simon's face, everyone's face, it was golden in
It
that
was
moment.
pretty good, yeah. I also really liked that every time I show up at a conference with Carl Lindell, he pulls beer out of his backpack.
Yeah.
It's just beer.
That's-
There's just it's like a magical backpack of beer. Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
A bag of holding
we have,
of beer?
we have
Uh-huh.
chat response to your
Yes.
earlier inquiry.
Okay.
So
You have to do it if they said yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
the fairy tellers commented first saying, "Do it. Hair grows back. Do it."
Yes.
Okay. Fair.
And then we have
Fair.
Bubbly Like Soda, who
That's
does
Chrissy.
an
That's Chrissy.
enthusiastic yes.
Okay.
So since the fairy tellers are a dynamic duo, technically
Oh, that's
counts
three.
As,
That's
that
three.
technically counts as 3 votes.
That's 3
so-
votes.
And that's
I think
a
I have
quorum.
to do it now.
Yeah.
That's
Quorum.
a quorum. That's a quorum.
It's a quorum.
Wait, what do we establish? as
Robert's
quorum?
rules.
Robert's
No,
rules.
Okay, guys, a quorum is enough people to make Andrea cut her hair. That's what a quorum is constituted
so what's
by.
going to happen is like this, essentially. is
Yep.
This is going to happen.
Done.
Okay.
I like it.
I mean, I've got
That was good. Oh my God! You heard it here first. It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
I'm
What
so
color
excited.
should it be, though?
Blonde. Yeah.
I don't
Can
think.
ask a question? If the two of you started a Twitch show, what video game would you play?
No, don't know. What video game would we play?
It was Mario Kart. I mean, it would just be
I
like.
feel like Tetris.
It'd be
I feel like Tetris.
It'd be like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can we play Rampage? Like, can we play like old school Rampage? Yeah.
I do not play Rampage.
Who are you in Rampage?
I mean, oh God. Okay, this is like. All right.
Overcooked.
I have thoughts and I have
played that.
feelings about this.
Let it out.
Can we talk about kaiju?
Yes, we can always talk about that.
Okay.
Should I just? I'm just gonna lean out.
No,
of
no,
frame.
no. You can talk about
going,
kaiju.
keep going, keep
you
going.
can. You have feelings about kaiju.
I do. I know, but.
I mean, he canceled the apocalypse.
We all
Canceled the apocalypse.
Oh my God.
Okay, no, Lynn, this might be the most important question of our friendship.
Oh my. Oh no. Shit. I'm gonna get it wrong.
No, you're not gonna get it wrong. I
Yeah.
love you, and you're not gonna get it wrong. King Kong or Godzilla?
Oh, Godzilla.
This is.
I knew in that moment I was not gonna get it wrong.
No, you were not
That
going
was
to get it
good.
wrong.
That
Yeah,
was-
it's
I'm
always
so-
Godzilla. It's
Always,
always
the
Godzilla.
answer is always
yeah,
Godzilla.
It's always Godzilla. But
Always.
no,
If you have a choice,
it's
just-
Godzilla.
even if you don't have a choice, you write him in.
You write in. You always write in
You
Godzilla
just
on
write
the
it in.
ballot.
It's him
everywhere.
or Harambe, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But no, Pacific Rim. Greatest movie ever.
I haven't seen
Not the what?
I haven't seen most movies.
Oh, Pacific Rim Party. Pacific Rim Party. Let's say about.
We're having a Pacific
Okay.
Rim party.
You guys,
And
I
then-
saw Top Gun for the first time in my life last December.
What?
I suddenly understand pop culture since Top Gun. Like, it was like eye-opening to realize how many things had been referencing Top Gun that I never knew.
Yes! How
I
did you
now
not
know.
Oh my gosh.
Now I know.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
We should have had watch parties during this pandemic.
We really should
That's
have.
what we should have
I
had.
stopped watching TV during this pandemic.
Oh, okay. I watched exclusively horror during this
weird.
pandemic. So
I just, yeah.
Yeah.
I like read.
You did. You read.
Books.
You read books. I mean, I read books too,
But-
they were all horror books.
That's fair.
And yeah, this is sometimes where we diverge.
No.
Other than Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
which we both love.
Andrea, can you name your favorite horror film?
I cannot name my favorite horror
Can you
film.
name it by genre of horror film, like your favorite
Ooh.
slasher film?
Okay.
I like this.
Favorites. Oh, okay. Like, are we talking old school 80s slasher? Like, I have like parameters that I need.
If I'm thinking, you answer that question the way you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can answer it how you want it. Which
She's trying to narrow it down more
Yeah.
so she can find an answer.
First love slasher film.
Oh.
Probably Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm gonna go Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's a solid.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a solid. I feel like it's a solid choice. I mean, 1 and 2 we had not funny Freddy.
Yeah.
Like 1 and 2, Freddy's coming for you. Yeah. Anyway, and I love that. Like, who didn't love that part? Like, why weren't we gonna be folklorists with that whole thing?
I
Like,
also didn't see that movie.
What the? Oh my God. Okay, so 1 and 2, Freddy's not funny.
Okay.
3, he gets funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
On purpose?
Yes, on purpose. On purpose. It's okay. Like, this is where he gets his little quips and his like Freddiness.
And do we like that?
Yes, we'd like that.
We like
The
that.
wizard,
I mean,
the wizard
yes.
kid.
Chat, do we
Yeah,
like that?
Yeah.
I want to know if the chat likes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Nightmare on Elm Street 2
Uh-huh.
is a like it's now like a huge gay horror film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the Babadook.
Like the Babadook, which is that might be one of my favorites. That's in my top 10 of favorites. Is the Babadook because I love that movie
That's
so much.
awesome.
I love it so much. I teach it. I love it.
So does
Amazing.
Mothman.
I love Mothman.
Specific
Yes,
question.
yes.
Selfish question for me.
Selfish question. Yes.
If there was a petition
Uh-huh.
for Rob Zombie to remake the 1980s Swamp Thing, would you sign it?
Maybe.
Okay.
I would think about it.
I would sign it if Andrea did.
That's the right answer.
I'm
Yeah.
a follower.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
That's well, you know when I'm the expert, when you're the expert.
That's true.
And that's true. Like,
It's a
if it
it's a
was-
deference
it's a
to
deference.
each other's expertise.
Yes.
You know.
What's,
Yes.
what's your favorite paranormal movie that you haven't seen?
My favorite paranormal
That I
movie
haven't seen,
that I
yeah.
haven't seen is The Blair Witch Project.
You haven't seen the Blair Witch
You
Project?
guys, I'm bad at movies. We have talked about this. This isn't news. I'm really bad at movies, but I do feel because that one,
Uh-huh.
like in its attempts to appear genuine.
Yes.
It was like one of the first line crosses into, I think, like the pop culture's version of Legendary, you know, with all of the truth claims and all of those elements. It was sort of the mass mediated.
That was so great when it
version
actually
of that,
happened.
yeah.
Because when that actually came
Yeah.
out, which you didn't see, but you might remember when it came out, that like there was that whole like question mark.
Like War of the
is it
Worlds,
real?
right? Like
And,
people believed it.
Yeah, people were
so-
like into it. And I remember looking
and I like that.
because this was of course early internet
Yeah.
too. I remember like pre-Google, I don't
Yeah.
know what I Alta Vista'd it. I don't even know. I
Bing.
Ask Jeeved it.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, something. I don't even know.
Ask Jeeves.
I looked into it. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
Okay. I
And
like
I
that.
remember finding like the
Yeah.
actual website for Maryland, that county in Maryland, and it was like all like the Blair Witch isn't real. But then, like, the official movie site said it was, and I was like, what's happening? So I'm so conflicted, and and then I went
like
to see
that.
it, and I got kind of nauseated, but just
of the
because it's
shaky
like
camera.
the shaky cam.
Yeah.
But then I got used to it, so
Yeah.
now I'm pro shaky cam. So
It adds that veneer of
It
truth,
does,
right?
it does,
like people
yeah,
who don't know
yeah.
how to make a movie made this obvious good movie.
it's a great movie,
right?
yeah.
So
yeah,
why
I also
not,
like the
you
little
know?
stick things they put in the tree. Actually, maybe I should add that to my Halloween decorations.
That makes me think of what was that TV show
Yeah.
with the other stick things in the trees? Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, True Detective.
Oh, True Detective, yeah.
Yeah.
So you watched that.
Yeah.
You watched that, but not the Blair Witch Project.
Yes.
I'm
exactly.
just-
I
yeah.
am inconsistent
You were inconsistent.
with my media consumption.
You are, yeah.
It's hard,
It is difficult.
but you know, when I watch something, I usually watch it 22 times. So
That's
I've
true.
I once watched Ghostbusters 9 times in one day. One single day, just back to back, 9 times.
Yeah, I
It
believe
was,
that.
I had VHS taped it off the TV, so it had commercials in it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, guys,
That's
I was
amazing.
like a child.
Yeah, yeah, fair.
DVD collection?
Fair.
What?
Yeah.
Really cool DVD collection?
Do I have a cool DVD collection? No.
I mean, yeah.
Game collection?
No.
What are
My
those
husband does.
books?
Oh,
Books.
maybe.
I have
What
books.
did I see in your house at one time? I was like, Lynn's like a fucking dog champ secret
Yeah.
gamer.
When I got divorced, the DVDs left.
Oh.
I know. Sorry.
Oh,
Rip, 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 rip.
yeah. That's
It
sad.
was sad.
That's sad.
No, but you're
you
right.
Tabletop game.
And I generously gave away the DVDs.
Oh, you did.
You
You
know,
were a nice
because
person.
I was like, and then I got some of them back for Christmas.
Okay, so here is the shocking reverse,
Uh-huh.
because we've had all me being shocked by you, and the shocking reverse is that you have played D&D and I haven't.
That's true. I
That
played
is-
D&D a lot.
Yeah, and I have never
Yeah.
played, and that is shocking.
That's
weird.
I
and
find it
shocking.
weird.
Yeah,
I played D&D in high school.
yeah.
With my group of friends, and then took a long break and came back to it after becoming a faculty member. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, I game, but like
Yeah.
I just have never played D&D.
Interesting.
I'm a big fan of Mansions of Madness right now.
Ooh.
I play that a lot, and actually that is also what holds up all of my stuff so that I can zoom properly.
Have you ever played Talisman? Are we like tabletop game fans here?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't played that.
Top game fans. We're actually running a Call of Cthulhu game tomorrow.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, okay,
We're
that's what we're
doing that.
doing. Yes,
Yeah.
okay, yes.
We're doing it.
It's easy
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
characters.
I can do it. I'm
What?
Daphne. I'm Daphne.
Scooby and Shaggy. Am I Scooby?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait, who
I
am
was always that kid who wanted to be the dog
Shaggy.
in anything. Like when you were playing pretend, I
Shaggy.
was like, I wanted to be Annie's dog.
Yeah.
It's so sandy.
that's-
It's embarrassing.
Well, I told my embarrassing Scooby-Doo story last night.
All right. If you
About-
I remember this.
Yeah, you probably do.
Lynn is.
Wait,
Fred.
I'm Velma, obviously.
I mean, how are you not Daphne?
Yeah. I mean, I could be, I guess, but I feel like more of a Velma.
You're a Daphne.
Aren't we all Velmas
Yeah,
here?
are we all Velmas?
We are all Velmas
We're
here.
all Velmas at AFS.
It's like we're in our hearts.
Yeah, okay. So, like,
Except
that's
Dom,
your
who's
second-
Daphne. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I mean, I can pull it off if I have to.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I feel like if I was anything, I'd probably be the ghost, the fake ghost. But I'm not a rich guy dressed as a ghost. I'd be like the actual ghost.
Old man Jenkins.
I'm not
Yeah.
old man Jenkins. I'm not
Yeah.
a rich old man, so
Yeah. You could be.
I could be, but no, I am not.
I don't know. Yes.
Yes.
Jim.
Each of you a random question out of left field.
Yes.
Okay, Andrea Kitta.
Yes.
Do you have a list
So,
of random?
in 2016, I started a list of questions to my phone.
Oh,
Okay.
I was kidding.
Yeah.
Wow,
no,
he does.
Yeah,
he has
a
the list.
He's
Okay.
got a list. Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
Andrea Kitta, what's a stupid thing you incorrectly believed for a long time?
Oh.
I'm gonna answer it too.
Okay, go
Okay.
for it.
No, but you go.
I thought for a very long time that hors d'oeuvres was pronounced hors-d'oeuvres. Because I'd only read it and I did not know.
That's good.
Oh my God.
And then one day I had the connect. I was like, oh, because I was like, I don't know what these hors-d'oeuvres are, but
Yeah.
they sound amazing. Like, yeah, I should have some of those. Yeah.
On the same note, I made my
Yeah.
dad once laugh until he cried because I thought that the word affidavit, which is such a weird word, had to be French, and so I said fee-de-vie. And my dad was like, "What?" And I was like, "You have to get in a fee-de-vie."
F-E-W.
Oh my God, it was so embarrassing.
fee-de-vie.
But no, so I believed, and this is so. It was such a traumatic experience to discover that I was wrong, and it's very subtle. But I thought that a pony was a baby horse, not a small horse. Like you couldn't have an adult pony the way you couldn't have an adult kitten or an adult puppy. I thought pony was like foal.
We was like, what do you think of foal?
I just thought a foal was a littler, like pony meant toddler. Like foal is like newborn.
Pony and toddler.
I mean, it's like a horse toddler is a pony. And I found this out, I was like 30 when I found out, I'm not kidding, that this wasn't true. And but it was one of those conversations where I was like, what? And then I went around asking everyone, and I'd be like, do you know what a pony is? And, you ask that question, and people are like, you're using that word in an obscure sexual way, right? And I was like, no, like the animal, like a pony, just tell me what it is. And people would be like, a small horse? And I would be like, how? Like, how did everyone know but me? It was, oh my God.
That's amazing.
It was
I love
awful.
it. I love it,
Yeah.
though. It's
Ready
good.
for your question?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Lynne McNeill, what's the most interesting thing you've heard about yourself that is not true?
Oh, I have one. Not about me, though, not about you.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay. What is the most interesting thing I've heard about myself?
That's not true.
That is not true.
I don't know. That's a good one.
Now
I
I'm-
know one about myself. but
Now
I
I'm
don't know about you.
trying to figure out what I've heard about myself, and then trying to figure out whether it's true or not.
Because, like, at some point, your students have had a rumor about you.
God, right?
Because my students, this is the one I've known.
Okay, you go.
My students thought that my eyeliner was tattooed on. And it is not. It comes off every night.
We
so,
saw.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you taking my place, Tom? Or am I getting booted?
No.
Eventually.
Oh, okay, then
Yeah.
we can. I'm gonna look at that. I conveniently got out of Jim's question by.
Yeah.
More questions if you want.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Let's give us one more. I honestly
One more.
can't think.
One
Anything
more.
anyone says about me is true.
Okay.
That's a terrible thing to have said publicly.
Yeah.
I don't mean it, but
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. Go for it, Jim. Give us another one.
You're going into battle, and the last thing you bought online is your weapon
Oh.
of choice. What is it?
Do I have to say in a public forum?
What you bought last time online?
Don't get us demonetized. Don't get us demonetized.
No, wait. This is
What is the last time
this
I
is
bought
a true
online?
story, and I will show you on my phone.
Uh-huh. Wait, I gotta like.
I bought
need to-
a very large chicken coop.
Oh,
A
this
whole
is good.
coop for my
This is
3
good.
chickens. They need a bigger house. I'm gonna have a chicken coop.
I'm pulling up my Amazon right now.
It's gonna be
and
embarrassing.
look, it's gonna be embarrassing, I'm sure. What is the most recent thing? Should it be like the most recent thing delivered to my house?
However you want to do it.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Okay, that's all arriving Wednesday.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it is a pilgrim hat because my Halloween decorations are a little intense. So anyway, I decided. Okay, so no, okay, wait. There's backstory. So I own 2 12-foot skeletons. Jeez. I have a 12 and I have the Inferno.
Oh my
Which is
God.
amazing. And I had to literally get on Home Depot's website the second they opened it to get my skeletons because they're that popular.
They're very
and I
cool.
was
It
like,
looks really cool.
It does look really cool.
Does look
So my Inferno, which is the one that has like the pumpkin head and like the like insane, I have a whole bunch of witches around it. And little does my husband know that that's going to stay up all the time. Like he doesn't know this yet, but
Every day is
so
Halloween
what I decided,
day.
yeah, every day's Halloween at my house. So I decided that the witches are now going to they're going to get pilgrim hats for Thanksgiving.
Oh shit!
And that's what's going to
That's
happen.
awesome.
That's what's going to happen next. So that is the last thing I bought.
That's
and
awesome.
I mean, if my witches turn into some sort of weird pilgrim army, then I'm good. But
I
if
like
not,
it.
if it's just the hat, it's just a felt pilgrim hat.
I don't know. I like it. I like the
I think
weird
it's
Pilgrim
good.
Army.
The
I think
weird
it's gonna be
Pilgrim
good.
Army,
It's
yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yes, they will. They will.
We're switching
Yes.
out, right?
Yeah, we're
we have
switching
stolen
out.
these seats for far too long.
Yeah,
Thank you.
But we're charming, so.
I have to tell you something. Dom and I have been asking this entire time when your TV show and or Twitch stream and or public
yeah, we need
access
to.
Yeah.
show is happening.
Because we are hilarious, and we should be.
We're
we
just
really
waiting.
should be
We're
our
waiting
own
for our
thing.
moment.
We
Yeah.
are waiting for our moment.
I know.
Yeah, maybe this was it.
This is the moment.
Maybe this
was
was
it.
the moment.
This was
yeah.
the moment. Oh my
I mean,
God.
like, get in on the chat if you want to
starts-
see more
it
of me
starts
and
now.
Lynne. Yeah,
It
it's
starts
just
now.
nonstop.
mentioned this earlier, but this is actually a backdoor pilot.
This is a
Oh,
backdoor
okay. Backdoor
pilot.
pilot.
Yeah.
Backdoor
Done.
pilot.
Done.
Yes,
I've been
if you
trying
want
to
more
tell
of the
TV
Andrea and
people
Lynne
for a long
show.
Tell
Yes,
the
turn on the Travel Channel and you'll see Lynne. Because she's on it all the
Tell
time.
the people,
Yes.
what you say on Twitch. Gigi's in the chat for Andrea and Lynne. Everybody,
Ladders in chat
name,
for Andrea
ladders.
and Lynne.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mothman.
Thanks for letting me steal your seat.
Absolutely.
It was good.
I appreciate
When are
it.
you starting a show? You're so good at this.
Yeah,
What
no,
is-
we're
We
doing
should have a
We're-
show.
We
We
should.
should.
I'm
We
going
should.
back under the table.
Yeah, go under the table.
I think, folks, we have maybe one more guest for you this evening. The question that we have been asking this entire time is Dom Lynne
Hi,
or
Daisy.
Andrea, and am I Lynne or Andrea? Chat,
Daisy.
decide. Which one are we?
What?
Lynne or Andrea?
Okay,
We
chat,
can't decide.
chat. You have to decide who's who,
Who's who?
because we've seen our future, but we don't know who's who. I think a little like we're all Velma. We're all like Daisy and I are like 50-50. Lynn and wait, Lynn, Andrea. One last question.
Which one are we?
Who's who? Who's the? I'm the Lynn, and they're
That's
the
what
Andrea.
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
right?
okay.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I assume.
But also Daisy's the meme lord, and I'm the one who's gonna get eyeliner tattooed.
So that's why we were like.
We're kind of 50-50.
What if it's just like a perfect melt?
Yeah, some yin yang shit.
That's what we were thinking. It's like different combo, but like.
I've got a mod on my lap.
Okay, I was gonna say, Joel, our final guest of the evening.
Final guest of the evening is a patron. Is this our only patron of the evening?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
Okay,
it.
evening.
Go play the elevator game.
Do it.
Sad that I'm not gonna do it.
Bye.
Bye.
This will be on the internet
what?
forever.
Oh, you heard Joel's name?
Oh yeah, we did it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everything's good. I mostly did this because Joel was sitting on Daisy.
Do you know that in my phone, Joel is Mr. Peanut Butter.
Oh, that's true. Night, TJ. See you in the morning. So Joel, I'd actually like to interview you in this cuddle puddle.
Yeah, are we doing a cuddle puddle interview? Can you see? Can you see Caitlin? I don't think the people can see Caitlin.
Hi, Joel.
Oh, fuck! I lost my pen.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Death
Caitlin.
Forest, what up? I need that pen. Give it back.
Caitlin, when are you buying Death and Taxes?
When I learn how to have free time.
Hey. All right, Joel. I think Daisy and maybe Shirley and I are gonna interview you. First off, Joel, who are you and what do you do? Tell chat. Tell the fairy tellers, whoever's still out there.
The fairy tellers and bubbly like soda.
Well, I'd just like to say, first of all, that I'm not going to tell you guys anything, but I am going to tell you guys a lot.
Joel El Chapo Chapman.
El Chapo. And the thing is, I've never been interviewed ever. And second of all, I've never been interviewed while sitting in someone's lap. And I really think that this is a special moment. So anyways, my name is Joel Chapman. I work for WKU. Don't ask him about it. And and I'm a folklorist.
Man's a hilltopper.
I'm a hilltopper. I'm a pill popper. You know, whatever you want.
Oh, I've been feel just like a rock star.
Oh, Advil mostly.
Advil, that's the pills he's popping. I just
Let's
popped,
be
yeah.
real.
Joel.
I just popped an Advil.
15 hours till I land and I'm out like a light. Oh, what do you do at WKU? You do some cool stuff.
Yeah, so I think my official title is the KFP Folklife
Kentucky
Specialist.
Folklife Program.
Kentucky Folklife Program. Folklife Specialist. There's some redundancy there, but I think everyone gets the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I do whatever programs that KFP wants to do, and KFP is run by Brent Bjorkman. And
Yes.
I'm going in my third year, so I'm just kind of earning my stripes.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I'll be able to do some of my own projects, but right now I'm still doing the projects that I came into the job that were happening. We had a few grants that were already written by the former and wonderful previous Folkwise interviewee, Virginia Siegel.
Oh, phasmophobia.
She had this job before me. I didn't need to do a lot of grant writing because Virginia had written so much into the future that by the time I came on, and I mean this in completely great ways, no new projects. Do your and they were such good projects that there's nothing wrong with that. Everything. They happen to be projects which I love. The one that I presented on today was about the musical traditions of South Central Kentucky.
Hell yeah!
It is a musical ecosystem of sorts between musicians, venues, stores being record stores being stores that sell instruments. And DIY recording studios.
DIY.
Which one is do it yourself? And
do
which
yourself
one, and which one is do yourself in?
Do yourself in.
I never get it right, but it is the do it yourself, right?
Yes, yeah. You got it, Joel. You got it.
So it's the do it yourself, not the do yourself in.
Not yet.
Recording studios, it all melds together into this ecosystem of music, musicality that has sustained itself for generations.
Nice.
Since the 70s to our own records, but looking more into archival things, you'll see it goes back to the turn of the century with jug bands on the Green River, which feeds into the Ohio.
Yep.
And whatnot, and stuff like that. So.
I got a question for Joel.
I got a question for Joel.
Do you want to go first or want me to go first?
Rock, paper, scissors? Joel, pick who you want to ask a question first.
Yeah.
They don't have free hands.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I have no hands.
Have you guys ever been to a state fair?
It's Joel. Joel's
I love
asking us
state
the question.
fairs.
Have you ever been
I
to
study
the
eating contests. You think I don't go to state fairs?
We're going to McGrath.
Why are you telling me this now?
For after.
Okay.
Where are you going?
McGrath.
Oh, okay.
I was just there.
Tracy, ask your question.
No. I'm gonna ask my question.
Whoa!
That's
this is a perpetual script flipper.
This is so fucking
So,
hysterical.
have you been to the state fair? Yes, you answered yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen the people that are like, guess your weight, guess your age?
Yeah.
I want you guys to guess my weight and guess my age, and whoever guesses closest will get to ask
Ooh.
me a question.
Okay. Let me think. You're
Now,
back.
that might have an advantage because Joel is sitting on top of me, literally.
I know, you were sending the little, you're like, Tom, can I ask a question?
Hey, I'm not that weak
Okay,
sauce.
I got it.
Okay.
It's not about your weakness.
You got it? 215-28.
Fuck, we're gonna guess so close.
Yeah.
What does 28 mean?
Age.
Age, what? You asked? Like,
I
what?
thought I was thinking date and time.
Oh, is that what you mean? You mean birthday or do you mean?
No,
your age?
I like Dom's answer.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that you're 29, and I'm gonna say 195.
Dom wins.
What?
Age and weight.
My age is 27,
Ooh.
I thought you were younger. I thought, okay.
and I
had to
weigh
go.
about 200.
All right, you
So
ready?
I think you won. It was like real close.
You ready for my question?
I'm ready for your question.
Joel, do we live in a society?
Absolutely, we live in a society.
Explain. Cite your sources. Show your
the
work.
society that we live in.
My sources there's 19 of them, and
Uh-huh.
I will go through every single one of them in detail.
Damn. Damn, this guy.
But I don't know if we have time for
This
that.
guy
so-
came prepared.
Okay. Do cite the first source, which is the Joker from the movie Joker.
Well, that's my first source.
Okay.
The Joker from the movie Joker, that's not Zack Snyder, right?
No, that's Todd Phillips. The Hangover.
wait,
But I'm a personal friend of Joaquin.
Your birthday's
Phoenix.
in May?
Oh, it's a personal friend of Joachim Phoenix.
Well, your birthday's in May?
Well, when you said 28, I was like, that's weird because I was born on the 28th of April.
I did it.
Oh.
I did it,
Very
fam.
close to May.
I did it, fam.
Very close to
I know you're a
May.
Taurus, though.
Closer to May than April, really. I am a Taurus.
I knew it.
Chat question.
Oh, what
yeah.
is it?
From Dan Choyd, I would like to know Joel Chapman's thoughts on 1984 classic film Ghostbusters.
That's TJ. Shut the
TJ,
fuck up.
that's what is fucking TJ.
Hey, you like Ghostbusters?
TJ, you went home and you fucking.
It's a good film.
I think
a
it's the
good
most
film.
overrated movie of all time.
I haven't seen it since I was in grade school.
Okay.
I
Don't revisit it.
My mom, she used to be a resident artist in Portland, Indiana.
Portland.
You ever been there?
I've been past.
You've been past.
Not
Most
stopped.
people have.
Yeah.
And they actually have a very robust arts council there, but
I
it's
bet.
very artsy, fartsy, not folk.
I
Oh,
get it,
I
I
mean,
get it,
please
I get
more
it, I
more
get it.
fartsy than artsy.
I
you know
mean,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I
Yeah,
have gas.
I got hot takes about places that
You
are
are
more farty.
sitting on Daisy. They might be a little more fartsy than
Joel,
artsy.
don't fart on me on stream.
I'll do my best.
We're gonna get We're gonna get demonetized.
That's illegal.
That's what do we?
No
I mean,
farting on
We've
people on stream
actually.
is illegal.
I would like to think, Chap. We've
I'm
actually
pretty
made a
sure-
lot of money.
I'm pretty sure people make way more money farting on people on the internet than I will ever make.
Yeah,
in
but
my
not on
life.
this platform.
That's for the
We'll have to-
OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's for
That's for
OnlyFans.
no, it's for OnlyFans.
I'm going to do that dressed like Blathers on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
OnlyFans.
Anyways, I felt
So, what was
in
my
when I was in Portland, Indiana, with my mom and her summer residency. That's making a sound. She taught kids art in the summer. She has a master's in fine arts. I love my mom. Shout out to mom, Peggy McCarty.
Shout out
Yeah.
shout out everybody's moms.
I wouldn't
Mom,
be. I'd be
shout out.
nothing without you, mom.
If you don't talk to your
you.
mom, shout out to Barbara, my mom. She can be your mom.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
we were in Portland. We were staying with somebody, and I said, "Mom, I need to see Ghostbusters. I feel like there's a cultural phenomenon happening that I need to be a part of." And so we rented Ghostbusters and Rocky and watched them in the same
Now
night.
Rocky, I'm a fucking Guido, so I can talk Rocky all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck, Joel, what? Oh, I got my question.
Oh,
for
what's
you.
your question?
All right, my question is, so for those of you who don't know, Joel and I were the co-conveners of the Graduate Student Young
Oh, I
Professionals
forgot
Business
that.
section at AFS at the same time. at
Now
some
he's
point.
sitting on your lap.
And now he's sitting on my lap.
I've always been sitting on Daisy's lap.
I don't know if that's true.
Professionally.
Oh yes, then in that case. In
Professionally,
that
Joel's
case.
always been sitting on my lap. Okay, I need you to explain the sponge.
The sponge.
What it was, where it is now.
The sponge. I'm gonna start with where it is now, because
It's funnier.
that's what I remember. And the sponge now is in the Morgan Room of FAC. Fine
What's
Arts
FAC?
Building
Okay.
in the campus of Western Kentucky University. It's a very brutalistic building.
Hell yeah.
Anybody
brutalistic
who
sponge.
is a brutalistic sponge as well. It is a
Oh, okay.
There's-
So
there's
what?
there's carvings-
Brutalistic Sponge is a cover band of
There's carvings of names
We-
in it, from what I
Ween.
remember.
Ween.
It's a Ween cover
Oh
band.
my god.
go.
Wait, do you know how
And,
much I love Ween?
Daisy, you love Ween?
I love Ween. Wait, oh my
you
god.
in the
Oh my
open
god.
door.
Joe! Oh my god. Okay, wait, I fucking love Ween.
Guys, I'm going to an Irish pub called The Grass.
Bye, Deathy.
Deathy.
Bye, Deathy.
Joel's going there in a second. Joel has to finish explaining
Joel
the
has to
sponge.
finish this. Joel has to finish his question.
Oh, that's Joel. Oh
Thank you,
my god,
homegirl.
good. Okay, good.
Um,
Yeah, don't forget
well, I
Jack.
got it now.
Appreciate you, Caitlin.
I fucking love Ween. And
Sponge,
some people don't
names
know
carved.
Sponge.
Sponge
names in
was a lackluster award that we brought to the AFS trivia night.
Oh
Young
my
professionals
God.
and
It's like,
I think that people before us who did our job, Eleanor Haskin,
Who did our job better.
and Jesse Fivecoat, who I hope they're watching. They're wonderful
God.
scholars.
Jesse was
Ellie.
around. Jesse was around.
They're wonderful scholars
That's 'cause
in our field.
they're playing the
and,
elevator game.
I'm pretty sure that when they were conveners, they went to this strange trophy shop in Bloomington, Indiana.
That's right.
Yes.
And they got some very interesting trophies for the conveners trivia section. The
What
conveners
for-
being
Team
for
Dundas.
young professionals and grad students.
What we mean by weird trophies is like one was a chef, one was like a
One was literally
a,
Chef Boyardee.
One was a baby.
So can we talk about Chef Boyardee?
No.
Well,
You
let
don't-
me,
you
let me
don't-
at least
Well, so
explain
wait,
the
okay.
sponge.
The sponge is very key.
So,
here. It's very
Yes, tell me the sponge.
over time, Santa, over time, some of the awards went missing because people are very proud of them, and
They like
sometimes
to
don't
keep
bring them back.
Sometimes
The
they
idea
like to
was
keep
bring them back.
Yeah.
Anyways, one year we really were struggling to bring some back, and I was encouraged by my co-convener here to bring back things, and I brought back whatever I could find in my office that day, and one of them
And it
happened
was-
to be this brutalistic
Are you
sponge.
fucking kidding me?
And when the winners won it,
prizes.
they all signed it.
They
I
all
think it was
signed
the
it.
fourth place.
I think
prize.
it was your people that you brought were fourth place losers of the trivia. They all
Ozzy
signed their
Day.
name, and you know what? It's the most.
Ozzy, Sam Kendrick,
Zara,
Zara.
who's now in my cohort at OSU.
Brilliant.
Fuck yeah.
Another brilliant
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
another
scholar
fucking
of
brilliant
mine.
person.
And there was a fourth person, and a fourth place loser. No, but so they got the sponge and they all signed it, and I think to this day it sits
You know
on
what?
top of the Morgan Room
Hell yeah.
Library
It's honestly-
in FAC, a brutalistic building on the campus of WKU. Come to our master's program.
It's honestly the best prize because it has the most character and story attached to it.
It does. All their names are on it.
Yeah.
Can
It's
I
literally,
ask-
for sponges, it's literally like a car washing sponge.
Yeah.
good.
We
It's
didn't explain the
brutalistic.
size of it. It's a big, it's a cartoon sponge. It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon sponge.
It's like a 2-level sponge.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far have you gotten so far in Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Oh, so this is really embarrassing.
All of us
Because I haven't watched a single
Oh.
episode since we watched
Oh,
it.
you didn't watch episode 2?
I
thought you were
had
gonna
the
watch
full
episode 2.
intentions of just pressing play, and then I made soup.
You want to come over tomorrow
Tomorrow
and
we're
watch
watching Eva?
watch an episode of Eva?
Are you guys going from 2 to beyond?
No, I haven't watched 2 yet.
We haven't
I need to
watched
Let's
watch
watch episode 2. Let's watch
Let's
episode
watch
2.
it. Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
I think I want to end the stream soon, but I think the person who deserves to end the stream is Shirley. With
Yeah, where are they?
Yeah.
Oh, no, when they
it's
get
been
back.
a true pleasure. I just want to say that
Mr.
I
Peanut Butter,
haven't, I
thank you for
haven't been
coming
on my
here.
good side. My good side is the
What is
other
that?
side.
Shirley.
So I need to really turn around here.
Hell
But
yeah.
but my good side is with Daisy.
Aww, Joel. I'm so glad we got to see you.
Shirley, I think we're about
And-
to end the stream, but I want the last person
I got-
who talks on the stream to be you. I want you to close the night
Shirley.
because you worked so
Let's
fucking
go.
hard.
Look,
Can
you-
I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, and I told Daisy this earlier, but my absolute favorite thing of Folkwise is when you guys are talking to people and they say something really interesting, profound. It's really great, and Daisy goes, "What?"
That's such a good impression of them.
It's what? It's literally my favorite part of Daisy and the show.
All right.
Joel El Chapo Chapman, everyone.
Joel Chapman, thank you for being on the show.
What?
We gotta get out of here. Make room for
Shirley, play us out.
What's happening?
I'm gonna put. Wait, you put his name is Joel RGMM. What is that?
That's what he signed the document as.
hold on.
Hi, hello, and goodbye, actually. Today was fun. Today is done. Tomorrow is another one. Good night and good mental health, Seattle.
Night, Shirley. You worked so hard. I'm so proud of you.